Hello everyone, welcome to another phonics session with me, Mr. Spencer. Happy Friday. Today we're going to look at something completely different to the suffixes that we were looking at before the half term. Today we are going to be learning how to form past tense verbs correctly when ending in the letter Y. Okay, so another way to look at this is we are looking at verbs that end in the letter Y, and we're going to change them into the past tense by spelling them correctly and using the correct spelling rule. Okay. So the spelling rule is fairly straightforward, as you can see there at the top of the screen. You take away the Y, you turn it into an I, and then you add ED. Okay, it's fairly straightforward. At the second half of the picture you can see it a little bit more visually. Okay, so Y becomes an I, and then you add ED suffix at the end. Our first verb that we're going to turn into a past tense verb is the word marry. Okay, as you can see there in the middle, you will cross out the Y, or you take it away, and then you simply turn it into an I and add ED. So marry therefore becomes married. Okay, same rule applies again. This time we're using the word carry. Okay, so we cross away the Y, turn it into an I and add ED. So therefore carry becomes carried. Last example here. This time we're using the verb hurry. Okay, and to turn it into the past tense, we take away the Y, turn it into an I, and add ED. So therefore, hurry becomes hurried. Okay, so your first task today then is we're looking at climbing these stairs that you can see here on this picture. Okay, remember you're trying to add ED as it says at the top. However, think carefully about the rule that we have been looking at together so far, and don't just add ED. Think about what we need to do to past tense verbs, or to make the past tense verbs rather, when these verbs have the Y ending. So the second half of this phonics session, we are looking at words that end in the suffix er. Okay, or rather, we're looking at words that we need to change them to add er. I apologise. So again, it's a very similar rule. You take away the Y, you still add the I again, and then you add er. Okay, so the easiest part to remember is reading that red line of words there in the middle of your screen. Take away the Y, add an I, and then add er. Okay, that's when we are changing the Y and we're adding the suffix er to those past tense verbs. Okay, so we've got the first example here. So we'll look at the root word of funny. Okay, so in order to, if something is funnier than something else, okay, you want to make it into that root word, past tense verb rather, you need to take away the Y still, change the Y into an I, and then add er. Okay, so funny therefore becomes funnier. Worry is our next root word. Okay, in order to change that to be a worrier, again, same rule applies. You take away the Y, you change that Y into an I, and you add er. So therefore, worry becomes worrier. Your turn again then here to change those three root verbs there of copy, messy, and lucky into past tense verbs that have the er suffix on the end. Okay, don't forget to upload proof of your work from this phonics session to your portfolios. Thank you.